In brightest day, in darkest night, let my ring shine so bright. When evil comes, I'll join the fight. The power of White Lantern is the strongest might. Alright, guys, this is the big one. The White Lanterns, basically the strongest Lantern Corps there is. So, if the Black Lanterns embody evil, the White Lanterns basically embody all good in the universe. Now, White Lanterns, we basically have to jump straight to the Blackest Night. So technically, the first White Lantern was Sinestro. Now, the heroes weren't going to beat Necrom alone. They needed to get the Black Lantern Corps defeated somehow. They knew about the White Light. Indigo Tribe foresaw the prophecy. They decide they need to bring forward the entity of light. So, Sinestro tries to merge with the entity first, becoming the first White Lantern. However, he is unable to control it as mentioned. He is trying to control it with fear because, obviously, Sinestro. Now, the entity rejects him and, in the end, picks Hal Jordan. With Hal Jordan in control of the entity, many rings are spread out throughout the heroes, so you get like White Lantern, Superman. Everyone becomes White Lanterns, basically, and they take out the Black Lanterns, and Necrom is defeated. Once the Necrom is defeated, the rings basically disappear from everyone except Ghostman, who is Boston Brand. So he is basically the one White Lantern left after the battle, which I think only he really knows about. Now, the White Lantern entity confesses to Boston that the entity itself is dying and is in need to find a new host, and it is why he has left a ring on Boston, because it is his job to find a new host. Now, he believes that Hal Jordan would be the best host for the entity, seeing as everything he has been through, how many cores he's been involved with. However, the entity has other ideas, so Hal Jordan, unfortunately, not going to be the new White Lantern. They go for a few different heroes. Unfortunately, they're unable to really decide on one set White Lantern. Now, the new 52. So, the rise of the Third Army, Kyle Rayner basically becomes a beacon for all Lantern rings. You see them all coming around him, and he has to try and learn to control them all. A little bit of a story with the Orange Ring and Laughley's, but basically he's able to control them all, and he becomes the first official White Lantern. Now, even though he is the first Red Lantern, he still struggles to control the ring. Kyle absorbs kind of part of the life equation when passing through the Source Wall, which makes his strength amplify incredibly. Kyle realizes this power is way too much for him. He's now White Lantern with the life equation inside of him. The only way that he can stop this is with the help of Carol Ferris and St. Walker. They basically plan to divide up the ring into 7, basically the 7 Lantern Corps. Each ring would have part of the life equation in it. So Kyle Rayner then is now just a Green Lantern again. However, inside his ring, part of the life equation, which means there's no White Lanterns unless needed. They can call them back together, put all the rings there, and a White Lantern will be there to save the day. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. It's kind of like this character's too powerful. We'll make it disappear for now, but we'll bring it back when needed. And that is kind of a brief history of the White Lanterns. In different universes and story arcs, you see different versions of White Lanterns popping up. But there hasn't really been a story coming up recently where there's White Lanterns featured. There was the solution to the Blackest Night and to any big, strong baddies out there. The first Lantern, of course, Volflume. But realistically, they've created a character a bit too powerful, in my opinion, that they needed to make it disappear for a while. Powerful superheroes can only beat powerful enemies, so unless there was universe-threatening enemies every week, which, comics there is, there was no need for the White Lanterns at that point. Okay, and thank you for listening to me babble on about the White Lanterns for a while. Really enjoyed the Blackest Night, Brightest Day story arc. Hopefully they bring the White Lanterns back at some point in the future. Let me know if I've missed anything, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.